Hey, good day, everybody. It's Anthony Sports Cards, and today got a video for you. So I was recently at a local card show, and what you see in front of me is 696 cards that I purchased off of in a dollar box, right? And so that dollar box, I just came up. I hadn't even looked through all the cards yet. And there was another guy that the dealer was talking to and said, hey, make an offer. It's almost the end of the show. I was running late, just had gotten to the show. I started flipping through the box. I got through, maybe one row of the box. And he said, as I heard that, I said, hey, what are you thinking on all of them? And he came back and he said, hey, let me think about it. And he said $250. And I said, I didn't realize the number that was there, I guess. Probably should have looked at it more, but it was kind of like some had already been picked through. And anyways, I said, would you take 200? And he said, sure. And so I went ahead, I purchased it for $200. 696 cards, that comes out to be about 28 cents, just over 28 cents, so between 28 and 29 cents. And that included all the cards and all the top loaders. So with that being said, I'm kind of just going to go over, a lot of these items that I purchased. We'll start there with Ricky Henderson. So, a lot of them are just base common cards, but for the most part, it was still to me, I love this, right? It adds to your collection. If you can sell a lot of different ways. It's a lot easier to pick up in huge amounts like this, and yeah, you're probably not going to hit the world on fire, but there are some numbered cards in here. There was one autographed. I think it was from Donruss Elite Extra Edition way back when, but as I thumb through these, feel free to let me know what you think. Let me know if there's a card that stands out to you that you think is a pretty worthwhile. Hopefully not too big of a glare here. And we're going to kind of thumb through a lot of these fast. Probably won't show the backs of any of them. But for the most part, like I said, most of them were in really good condition, right? And looked like they had been taken care of. At least they were in top loaders. Again, I think he was willing to just get rid of them, to move them. I think they also said it was the second deal that they had made today. There's a nice Soto. And again, might be a base, but still pretty cool. There's a Gold Cup Adley. And so they said that, they had sold one earlier after I had bought mine. I don't know what entailed, and it could have been a lot of different cards, but it looked like somebody that maybe had opened up a lot of blaster boxes, over the time, or had bought collections themselves, right? And so for him, it might have still been profitable for him. I do not know. But, if for any reason, on average, there's a wave out of the tops, Ray Wave, nice Barry Bonds, Fleer Metal, purple refractor of 100 pence. So, again, a lot of these are just cards that they may be hard to move to if I'm looking at moving, but it's also items that I think, hey, hopefully if I could get money back on some of them, that's great. There's a Topps gold label Tony Gwynn. When I was growing up, he was fantastic to watch. I mean, just great player to watch, and he always got on base, it seemed like. And as we all know, he never struck out either, so there's Ken Griffey Jr., star power from Topps, another Ricky Henderson. So yeah, I mean, again, if I was to get $1 a piece on average for all of these, which won't happen, right? Some of them aren't even close to $1. That would be $696, and you minus the $200 that I have into it. Now you got to figure the shipping cost and all that. If you do that, or if you just set up yourself as a dollar box, you might be able to profit some money. Again, I just thought it was a easy deal. It was really easy. I mean, no negotiation. He was probably happy to get rid of it. I was probably happy to get well, I was happy just to pick it up. I always love buying in huge lots and then being able to sort through the box. It was kind of cool because, like I said, I had only really went through one row. I had probably picked out like 20, 30 cards already that I was looking at purchasing at $1 a piece, and then I would have tried to do, some kind of bulk deal. Stickers are probably some kind of pricing system he had at one time, or somebody did. But I thought it was interesting. How many other people will go out there and look for these kind of deals too? I know that this is one thing that I love to do. I love to go through boxes. I love to pick up items like this. I love to buy in bulk, and sometimes, it's probably not in my favor, but still, it's enjoyable. This was one that I did have. It was an Ed Reed Refractor from Topps Chrome. I thought it was pretty cool. I had this white Langford. I'm a Texas Rangers fan, so that was big. There was a rated rookie optic from Bryce Young. He's coming on strong. There's some other Bryce Youngs. Here's one. So I thought that was cool. Another white Langford. This is the Refractor. So, again, for me, as a Rangers fan, love that pickup, right? CD Lamb, Select, Silver. Has Sengun, numbered to 299. Thought that was pretty cool. Mobley. Here's two of Trey Lance, right? So Trey Lance, purple wave, I believe. Or is that the Shock? That's Shock. So, Gibbs, rookie. Another Gibbs, rookie. Shannon Sharp. So it was across multi-sports, right? I think mostly just the three major sports. I can't remember if there was anything else in there. Blue Sapphire, rookie. So there's a Miggy die cut. Austin Wells. Gil McDonald, blue. There's a collector's choice of Derek Jeter. A-Rod. Another one of my Rangers, Evan Carter. Castillo. Boho. That's a mega box, I think. Yeah, mega box Boho. Jonah Heim rookie card. So yeah, this will be quite a bit just to go through this today. There's a lot of cards. Again, 696. The average was right around between 28-29 cents. And yeah, it to me, no brainer to pick up that much cards, right? Especially if it's not true base. Like, yeah, a lot of these might be like base with rookie symbols or anything like that, but it's not like just a veteran common in most cases. There may be some circulated in here. It's kind of how I sort when I get cards. Take out the rookies, everything but the veteran base. That's pretty much what I keep. So, and then there's some veteran base I will keep depending on the player. Right, Mahomes, LeBron James. That's a holiday one. Farewell. Tatis Action Stars. Again, a lot of these are going to be just quickly glanced over, and that's fine. There's a Syndergaard Stadium Club. Sure. Yeah, that is numbered to 199, if you can see that. So, and several of the same players in here. I don't know what this box looked like before I got there. I was actually running late. I was out of town at my daughter's games that day. We had a tournament that morning, and so we were traveling back. I had like 20-30 minutes to spare to get there. I got there with, like I said, 15-20 minutes left. There's another numbered card, numbered to 199. Man, that guy had a really good season too, Stephen Kwan. Be interesting to see if he follows up this year with that. Lindor, Alonso. So if you see anything in here that really stands out, I haven't went through every single one in detail. I don't believe there's anything big, no short prints, nothing like that. But I think there was a few, maybe $10 cards in here at the time when I first bought it. But there's a nice Garrett Mitchell rookie from Stadium Club. I love the look of Stadium Club. It looks so cool. South Frelick. Jordan Walker. Man, he needs to get going this year. I don't remember if I don't think he ever turned it on last year at all, so don't follow the Cardinals really that much. Every day listen to or check up on sports, the stars and stuff, but that's about it. JJ Bleday, wave. Here's a out of 125. So lots more to go. Do like that card a lot. Thought that was pretty sweet. Red Sox fans, rookie. Okay. Okay. We're almost down to 2 stacks. Only 5 more to go. This might be quite a long video just because of the fact that there is a lot of cards on here, right? Again, 696 cards, 28 cents, 29 cents, somewhere around there. And I could probably fly through them. Again, a lot of them are just low-end cards, but and they're appropriately in the dollar box, right? That's kind of what it's all about. But I do enjoy this. When I go to the National, a lot of times, I will spend the majority of my time flipping through dollar boxes. That's what I enjoy. I actually bought a seat for this year's in Chicago, like one of those seats that kind of fold out. And because that is one thing, like there's not much chairs, right? And when you're going through boxes for long periods of time, it's really, really tiresome. And so I do have like this seat, and I could show that sometime. I think it was like $15-20 on Amazon, right? It's almost like a stool that just folds up. I actually saw them the first time, like at the state fair, and thought, oh, well, that would be really cool to get. And then, I forgot last year when we were in Cleveland, and I was tired, really tired after the first couple of days, and decided, oh, this is where I need to get that seat. And so I just went ahead, I ordered it, and made sure that I have it for this year in Chicago. So figured I wouldn't make the same mistake again, and hopefully it will help. Now, it is kind of like it kind of stinks because you got to carry it around and all that too, but when you're not using it, but that's just the way it goes, right? You can't have it both ways. So as these stacks get closer, Johnny Bench, it's a Topps Chrome. You might see some of the same cars. I don't know if I mixed up the order. I probably did at some point in time, and that's okay. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. Go through them more. There's a Bichette, refractor. Again, if you see anything that stands out to you, let me know in the comments. Like, what was your favorite card from this? It's not going to be some huge card, and I understand that, but again, I collected so much when I was younger that some of these newer cards, like I bought, like a box here and there over the time. There's a holiday with the Santa Claus hat, so the variation of Austin Riley. So I bought a lot of cards, when I was younger. Man, I remember my godmother had bought me a basketball pack, and it was like the second year Jordan sticker was in it. I was like 5 or 6. I didn't take good care of those cards back then, right? They were more of a fun time, play with them. I had really good luck when I was younger. I had a Mark McGuire USA card, an Olympic card. Again, did not keep it in very good condition at all back then. And that's just how it was. I don't know. I used to play like almost baseball with my cards as well. Like I would roll up little paper balls and hit them with the cards, and that was one way to pass time and still have an enjoyment of the cards. And it's kind of like relating it to people that put it in their bike tires and ruin the cards that way. I just decided to try to hit home runs with little paper balls, and that's just kind of really what it was. And I grew up playing all sports. I loved sports. Kind of start going through some of these a little bit faster, but also loved the data behind sports, especially in baseball. Grew up playing micro league baseball on the Apple IIc computer, and we would build our dream teams and compete against the all-time greats, and you had to have like special disc, add-on disc to be able to create play or edit stats and players and stuff like that. And so one of my favorite all-time games, the graphics are terrible, pretty much little stick guys in a way on a field, but the field, was pretty much the same field most of the time. I think that in the later editions they may have added new fields, but it was just a fun game, and I don't know if anybody ever remembers that, but micro league baseball was one of my favorite. It was almost like I would love almost to have an Apple IIc computer today with that game and the disc, just to be able to kind of play it, maybe play a full season like I did. I had an older brother that actually would print out the stats, and for his season, I think him and his friends even had a league that they did. And yeah, it was just an enjoyable game. Also, you had Tecmo Bowl out there for football. I think, on the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, but I think on the computer, first game, football game, might have been what was it? Joe Montana's, football. It was really cool. If you had a really nice high-end computer, that was on an IBM, I think. This is number to 2023, so the year. The graphics were so really cool on that Joe Montana, and it might have been Sega made. I can't really recall, but that was one of my first games that I would play for football, right? And then kind of when the video games taken off, Tecmo, Super Tecmo, played those a lot. In basketball, my first game would have been, I think, 1-on-1 on Apple IIc with who was it? Dr. J versus Larry Bird, I think. And it was just 2 players, right? And you would play in a half court, and it was fun. It was interesting. You had the 3-pointer versus the dunker, right? And I think you could break the backboard in that game as well, shatter the backboard. That was interesting. Excuse me. But it was the simple things growing up, those types of games. And then I got a Sega Genesis through magazine sales at the school one year, and we went ahead and got NBA Live, like maybe the first one. And I remember that was the first time you could like do alley-oops and stuff like that. And that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. So a lot of nostalgia today brought me back. There's a no name. Brought me back many years. Here's one number to 99. Sorry, I got something in my throat there. Matt McClain, rookie. Cam Collier. There's a lot of people that are high on this guy for hitting the ball, home runs. So we'll see. Maybe he'll come around this year. There's a candy cane bat. Robert. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else played video games or computer games like that that's watching as well. And some of you might be a younger generation who's got much, much better graphics and cooler games than probably we did. I think our games was built a lot on stats and just the simplicity of things, I guess, really, right? There was no big-time graphics or anything like that, but they were enjoyable. They were fun. They passed time. They taught us things about the game as well. Then I started playing soccer, right? FIFA. I loved FIFA. Couldn't imagine, like, today playing those same ones back then and having the online capabilities because December to $9.99. So, yeah, they just, there really wasn't that kind of availability back then, but it was still really cool. And I learned a lot about players, too, growing up. Because, like, in Minor League Baseball, they talked about all the older players. There's a Halloween one. It had teams from older teams, like a lot of World Series teams, all-time great teams. And it really taught me a lot about, like, players from, like, I never got to see, right? I was born after they were retired and not just the Babe Ruths and everything of the world, but there were so many other players. I mean, the Senators, I think, was how I learned about what they were, like that team, because, they had a team that was featured on Minor League Baseball as well. And you don't really ever hear much about, like, the Senators, and a lot of people, younger people, probably don't even know who the Senators are. I think at one point, their last manager, their first, I can't remember, but Ted Williams was a manager for the Senators. And that might have been one of the last ones. So there's a Sam Ellinger 460, Trout. But yeah, also I think the rules, right? You learn a lot about rules off of the video game. So I know a lot of people say negative things about video games a lot of times, but you can learn a lot about sports from video games. And I think it taught me many, many valuable things, like just growing up. Like, I guess valuable, but more important, just rules of the game, or offenses, defenses, players, stats, why this guy should be the cleanup hitter. And I know a lot of that may have changed nowadays, how they look at that kind of stuff, but I thought it was pretty interesting. Nice Trout. A lot of the Trouts are, might be base, but still, again, for 28 cents a card, if you went out and bought all these boxes, right, to get these 696 cards, it would cost so much money, right? So it's kind of nice just to come out and purchase all these at once. Again, I don't believe, again, I don't think I have found anything super crazy, but it's worthwhile to go through, flip through, see what's out there. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of on that rant about video games today. I don't know why. I think it just brought up some memories here going through some of these cards, and it was an interesting topic of conversation. There's Clay. Man, he's on the Mavericks and probably thought he was going to play for Luka or play with Luka for several years, and that all switched. So also Thompson again. I did not pay $3 for it. It was in that box as well. So I look at like pretty much everything in here. I would probably tap it. I would just say everything is 29 cents. Cost at this point, which for top loader wise, you can't hardly even buy top loaders for 29 cents anymore. It's a cool looking card. I like those corners. It's another short print. Robert is short print on there. It is a variation right with the bat. All right, we're getting there. I would say we're probably more than halfway through at this point, right? So I know it's a long video today, and everybody that's still there, thank you for watching. If you got time just to waste and watch these 696 cards, that's awesome. Again, nothing too extreme, too huge, but if you're looking to waste some time, this is one way to do it. Kind of look through and see what you think. When I flipped through them, probably the first time when I brought them home, it probably took me hours just to look through each one, right? It's just kind of how it is. I love to look through those cards, and I didn't even know what I was buying. Like I said, I knew probably a third. Number to $2.99. I probably knew a third of what I was getting, and I knew it wasn't going to be a home run, and that's kind of where I was with the 200. He thought, I think, approximately maybe 500 cards total, and I didn't really know because we kind of started just putting some of it together, they were kind of in different columns, and he had made the offer price of $250, and I thought, hey, I really wanted to be at 200. And that's what we settled on. So he didn't hesitate. And to him, he might have thought, hey, I won one over. I got rid of inventory, and I got $200 for it. And over the course of time, you could maybe make more than $200 if you just waited it out, or if one of these went off, and or something. But most likely, none of these cards are ever going to get crazy. I don't know. Again, I haven't looked up individual ones. I ran them through to check. And I'm not on top of the newer cards as much. Again, I've been collecting since the 80s. So that kind of dates me a little bit. But it's all right. Number to 199. Cool. But yeah, that's kind of just where I'm at with it. And we got 2 more stacks left, and then we'll kind of just run through those. But there won't be a recap, of course, because what you're seeing is pretty much the recap. But I guess the biggest question is would you have spent $200 for this? I mean, some people probably would say you're nuts. Why did you spend $200 on this? Other people might think, oh, great deal, 696 cards for $200. And then other people might be like, I don't know. To me, I feel like it's worth it. I love cards. I love buying. I love selling. Kind of love all aspects of it. And honestly, if I make money on this will go to my cardfolio fund. So if I sell what I sell out of this too, there will be some I probably will keep. The Langford probably is a keeper for me. for sure. There won't be a whole lot of keepers, I don't think, in this, but there will be some. Well, and then if they don't sell, of course I'll keep them. But Ichiro. So, I talked about a little bit, just to hand it on what the Cardfolio Fund is. So my Cardfolio Fund is really the money I make off of the cards themselves from selling and all that is actually, those proceeds are actually going to go into purchasing either stocks, ETFs, etc., and putting it into a portfolio, a stock portfolio, right? And so then that stock portfolio, what I'll do is eventually, right now, I'm having the dividends just roll over. And there's not much, right? I think it's like $400 right now. I just started it maybe last month and I think my first dividend pays out actually tomorrow, today, something like that. It's like maybe $1.23, $1.26, something like that. Now I have had a bigger deposit since then, so next month it may be a little bit more. And then I got a couple cards that I probably will end up selling that might increase it quite significantly. And so the dividends, I'll continue to just reinvest those dividends. This is number 250. Stan Musial. This is from like 2012, I think. Yeah, 2012. So those dividends I'm going to reinvest. And eventually my goal is to have money where the dividends pay for like the equivalent of a blaster box. Now, I'm not sure I'll use it on blaster boxes or anything. It might just be on certain cards. It may just add it up over time. That I don't know. But that is the goal, to have like a budget that kind of works. And I consider it almost like free money, right? Now, you could lose money, right? I'm no financial advisor or guru or anything like that. But, I think it's just kind of a goal for myself to go out there and try to make that money and and see what happens from it. And not really make that money. It's more like just try to get that investment and then use that investment towards cards. Now, there'll be taxes involved off of it and all that, of course. But the government's going to get their money. That's kind of where I'm at and kind of a goal for myself. And for now, I'm just going to invest it in just one, right? The quickest, not maybe the quickest way to get there, but one of the quickest ways to get there. And I do have kind of a PowerPoint that kind of talks about that. Maybe the numbers aren't perfect on that, but it just gives you an idea of kind of what I'm doing. And then once I get to that, and let's say like I buy blasters and it's cards I won't keep, I'll just keep on adding and trying to build it even further up the chain, right? And so maybe at some point I either have a larger budget to do other things, and we'll see what happens over the course of time. So looking forward to seeing if it works out or if it doesn't work out. I don't know if anybody else is doing anything like that either. So if you are, share. Let me know. I would like to see. So, all right, last stack. We're getting there. And that's numbered as well. $7.99. Whoops. Yeah, this over the weekend too, I was fortunate. I was able to pull. I got a blaster, a Donruss football for like $5 or whatever plus tax. I was able to pull a downtown Jaden Daniels rookie out of that. So that was my first downtown ever, which is crazy. And then to be Jaden Daniels as well. And so I have to make the decision of what I want to do there. Probably the smart thing to do would be to kind of sell it, put those funds towards my Cardfolio campaign, and then maybe down the road, like maybe buy it back or buy something back, not the same exact one, but buy one down the road after I have that kind of established. But it would really help me towards my goal of what I'm trying to do and accomplish, and try to see if my plan or my goal is successful. We'll see in due time. But again, the risky part of investing is you never know, right? You could lose everything. And it's not like in a safer stock, right? I've been investing in QYLD, which, a lot of people might be like, what are you doing? And I think I will diversify once I get to the amount that I want to be at. But the goal is to get to there faster. So that's at a $9.99 as well. And hey, I'm open to suggestions, right? I probably won't change too much of the plan or the course or anything like that, but I'm definitely open to suggestions if you have checked out that video. And I think this is all new to me, the editing, everything like that. I've been trying to work on some stuff, learn some things, and so I hope to get better over time. And so I know some of these videos might be boring compared to what some of the others are out there, cinematic wise or anything like that. But hopefully, eventually, over time, I'll continue to grow and get better at some of this. And right now, I'm just a small channel with, I think maybe I had 60 subscribers, maybe, or 59, something like that. So nothing huge, but I hope to grow in time, and that's really what it's all about. Oh, there's my one autograph that was in this. So out of the 696 cards, I do remember, and this is an older one. It was numbered to 1200. I remember buying a lot of these boxes. I think these boxes were like $100 back in the day, maybe 90, 85 bucks, and you got like several autographs, and then you could also get like a hot box where it doubled the amount of autographs, I believe. But Donruss Elite, that was 2005, and that's how they were. So pretty cool. Good. A lot of people probably could take $200, go buy a card or two, and make a lot more money. By getting it graded and doing all this, and I don't know. There's just something about going through all these cards and enjoying the hobby a lot. And not to say that I wouldn't do the same if I can flip it quickly and put that towards my Cardfolio goal, but I also enjoy really going through all these. So number to 250. Several duplicates in here as well. We saw this is a cool looking card, right? Bo Jackson, great two-way player back in the day. The commercials still go on. I remember having a Bo Nose poster in my bedroom when I was growing up as well. That was really cool. $3.99 Cole Foster. No. We're almost done. It only took 40 some minutes today. So very large video. And if you have made it this far, this is numbered to $3.99 as well. If you have made it to this far, thank you. I appreciate you. If you are still hanging on, please please subscribe. It really helps out. Make sure you turn on the notifications as well. I do several shorts as well, and I'm trying to learn along the ways of what works, what doesn't work. So, I don't know if it's the younger audience or more people that are in my age group that probably don't like it. Music's always tough, but that will finish it off. That's the last card of the box again. 696 cards that I picked up. $200 cost comes out to be 29 cents, just less than 29 cents. So anyways, I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe, please like, and turn on the notifications for all future videos. Thanks again. Have a great day. Appreciate you.